Alright, hello. Welcome back. This is a fight analysis, and I know followers of the channel celebrating. We're finally getting different content. I know. I'm sorry. We're getting into it though. The definitive fight analysis for Pereira versus Ank 2. Now, I didn't spell check this video, so there might be some shitty spelling in this video. I'm pretty sure I spelled everything correct, but I always go through and make sure I spelled everything. There might be one bad one sticking out, because I put this together in like under 40 minutes, and I was just trying to focus on what screenshots to use and all. I won't be using real footage because I don't want to get copyright struck, so we're stuck with screenshots, but I will be saying where in the fight these moments took place. So we're going to get straight into it, guys. This is the rematch. The first fight was close. As much as either Pereira or Ank fans, I'm a middle ground. I like both. I like Pereira slightly more because, you know, just the whole hey, you know, the unga bunga. Hey. I won't lie, I've done the arrow thing, like, during, like, the year Bahaska walkout and the Ank walkout. I won't lie. Here's the fucking thing, you guys. This is the fight analysis, right? We're gonna get straight into it. But getting into it, right? What did Pereira do wrong? In my opinion, Pereira respected the takedown too much. We saw in the fight, he was pretty much on par, like, strength-wise, with Ankalaev, and he could defend it when needed to. But the problem was, he should respect it a little bit, but he respected it too much, and it ruined other aspects of Pereira's game. And what I mean by this was, he ends up getting caught at some point because of the takedown threat. And I'll refer to that later. But also, he was constantly on the back foot, and Pereira is a pressure fighter. He moves forward. Hit or get hit. And what Pereira does well, pressure forward, left hand, straights, high kicks. There was glimpses of that Pereira in this fight. And it was just any time he threw a high kick or actually threw like a strike to Ankalaev's head. I don't know what was up with the coaching. I think it was Glover's fault, in my opinion. They were too focused on the leg kicks, and they just thought at some point Ank would whittle away and just crumble to leg kicks like he did against Jan Blachowicz. But they didn't account for, I think Ank's probably just been conditioning his shins. And it's probably just numbed his shins to the point where he can take these leg kicks. And what Jan was doing, that was shin on shin violence. Like Jan Blachowicz was pretty much breaking his own shins to break Ank's shins. Pereira didn't do that. He was just straight up calf kicks. I don't think the leg kicks are the answer. I think it would be good for like points in the fight. Like, I think they're good like point counter up, because Ank didn't really check a lot of them, so I definitely say still throw them. But that shouldn't be the main focus. What the main focus should have been was hurting either Ank to the body or the head. Because no matter how much you condition your chin, it will crack at some point. The only thing you can do for your chin is just straight up, you know, just head movement. And Ankalaev did a lot of head movement this fight. I'm going to showcase an excellent example of head movement from Ankalaev. But moving on. How Pereira got caught. He hesitated too much. And this one I want to emphasize. Level changes. People forget, man, the fucking level changes. They're fucking important in this fight. And I think they're going to be important in the second fight. Because I don't know. I don't know how I would say, like, from an MMA coach, I don't know how I would counter. Maybe a knee up the middle. Maybe a high kick. When he level changes. Maybe more front kicks. Maybe teep kicks from Pereira. I don't know. But also bad footwork. And then we're going to showcase. I think we're showcasing it now. Yeah. So to start off the sequence. This is the second round. Pereira won the first round. No matter like who. Pereira won the first round, right? He didn't win a decision. Before Ank fans come for me. Ank won 2, 3, and 4. Okay? Pereira won 1 and 5. But Pereira, at the end of the second round, he's pretty 50-50 round so far. Pereira, once the centre of the cage, is moving forward, but Ank leaps in with a left hand and dips. And this is where the level changes come in. he's dipping his head, but he's also making it look like he's shooting. And that terrified Pereira, and he jumped back instantly. And I think Ank really wants him against the cage, because he pushed him back again, right hand, and then Pereira finally decided to move forward, because he knew Ank wasn't going to shoot a takedown off of that. He was just loading up right hands. So Pereira moved forward, but also I want to point out, the minute Pereira moves forward, Ank has wrist control. Throughout this fight, it was a huge thing. Whenever Pereira moved forward, Ank instantly went for wrist control on the left hand. He knew it was Pereira's biggest weapon. Everyone knew. And that you can't be letting Ank have wrist control on you in this fight, in the rematch. I think Pereira should fix that. Make it more elusive. But as Pereira's moving forward, he begins moving forward again. He throws like a jab for like a rangefinder. Again, Ank level changes. And as Ank level changes, Pereira is already in a sequence. He was going to jab and get the low kick. But with the level change, it spooked Pereira so much. In the middle of his low kick, he got jump scared pretty much. Like a Five Nights at Freddy's jump scared when he saw Ank dip down just a tiny bit. And Pereira just kind of shelled up in the middle of this low kick. He was preparing to sprawl, but in the middle of a low kick, and he got this bladed stance, awkward, and he just kind of had like a mind mush moment. So he tries to regain his balance, but as he regains his balance, Ankalaev has already entered range. And that's how Ank cracked Pereira. Now, I'm not an MMA coach, I'm not an MMA expert, but I've seen other people talk about it. And I've seen like just my own personal analysis. I've watched all of Corey Sandhagen's breakdowns. But moving on. What Pereira should fix in the rematch. Give Ank less respect, but be ready to sprawl. And I emphasize that. Move forward, but be ready to sprawl those fucking takedowns. That's the way. I feel like fucking someone that would do. He's the way. I'm the way. If anyone's watched that movie, please let me know. More head attacks. Too many leg kicks. Too many. It wasn't changing the fight. It was just points. You might as well go for the chin. Like, do physical damage. I feel like that's a point that also should be made for Pereira. Do more physical damage to Ankalaev, because most of the damage Pereira done was to the leg kick. And that's not really that visible, and it's what the judges see. So I think more head attacks, cut up Ankalaev. At like a best case scenario, a cut over the eye, or just some form of a cut enters Ank's like peripheral view. I think if Ank gets a cut, I think that will open up some more possibilities for Pereira, because a blind Ank will not see like a head kick coming. So this is just a bit of like maybe Unga Bunga praying for the best moment, but I think more head attacks and cut open Ankalaev with like a head kick with the toe or something, because Pereira tends to do that. He does tend to do that. And also, my final point for what Pereira should fix: pressure early. From the get-go. Alright, quick edit. I don't know what I was saying in the last fucking one, but we're going to continue on. Pressure early. I don't know what I was saying before that, but this is just a quick... I got interrupted, so... Pressure early. I think that's like just a general get-go. Push him back. Make Ankalaev think about what's coming back at him, instead of just fucking low kicks over and over again. So, I think if Pereira pushes Ank back, I think it'll be harder for Ank to shoot. Because we've seen in many fights before, when wrestlers get pushed back, it's harder for them to shoot, because they need like space to get a takedown pretty much. And like, if they don't have that space, it's very awkward for them to dip. So I think Pereira should pressure. And also, if he has Ank near the cage, not right against the cage, but has him near it, he has more space to sprawl, you know? And I don't know if he was, like, kind of counting on, like, him holding him against the cage, and that would be his way to keep himself up. But I think Pereira probably has a decent sprawl. But I guess we're going to see in the rematch. But moving on to my next point. There's a big weakness for Ankalaev, and I'm going to showcase that now. The teeps. And I know a lot of people are saying right now, what the fuck are you talking about? The teeps were his main weapon. It's what Pereira couldn't figure out. I know. But it's not the teeps themselves. It's the feints. Towards the 4th and 5th round, he was doing teeps more often, and when he was doing them more often, he was feinting them more often. And when he feints a teep, he left his chin in the air a little bit. And in the 5th round, Pereira was able to counter with a jab. And I don't know if I included the screenshot here, but I'm just going to describe it. Ankalaev walked forward, hands up, Pereira jab. Imagine if that was a left hook, or a shot with more power on it. Because it was a little, it was just a jab. It was just straight up like a quick little feinty jab, and it bounced Ankalaev's head back, and not wobbled him, but you could see the force. I think if Ank feints that again more and more, I think Pereira will figure it out. I think Pereira will find the chin of Ankalaev. But moving on. Another thing to do with the teeps. There's another guy. Pereira's fought a similar style before. Here's the fucking thing, you guys.
Well, I might have to shoot a crackhead.
Pereira! He's a fucking Brazilian warlord. Anyway. Sean Strickland. And I know everyone's like mumbling, groaning. Why Sean Strickland? Sean Strickland did the same mistake. And I think Pereira is going to try and do the same thing he did to Sean to Ankalaev if push goes to shove. But what can we learn? What can we learn from the Sean Strickland fight, right? Again, the mirroring each other. Maybe Ankalaev raised his knee a bit higher, but I don't really see that as a good thing. That's more of a bad thing. I think if Pereira fights Ankalaev and accounts for that, jumps a little bit left and left hand, get around the guard of Ankalaev, I think he could get him here. I think there's an opening there. I think I'm not the only one that sees it, but I'm the only one that thinks that Pereira can counter this in some way, shape or form. I can see him cracking Ankalaev the same way he cracked Sean Strickland. I'm going to show that now. Sean Strickland this was his whole game plan for Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland came up, feinting the teeps, and then eventually Pereira downloaded it. Got the fucking check left hook. Amazing, right? If Pereira does the same thing to Ank, it might be a problem for Ank, because it might not put him down in one punch, but it'll definitely leave a mark on the fight and also on Ankalaev's mental confidence and just overall belief in himself, you know what I mean? If Pereira cracks him early, it might change the rest of the fight. Because when Ank cracked Pereira, it changed the rest of the fight because Pereira was worried about what was coming back at him. So I think Pereira needs to crack Ankalaev early to change the tone of the fight. You know? But, moving on, my final few points. It's do or die for Pereira. He's 39, probably only has 3 fights left. I'm stumbling over my words immensely this one. I don't even have a chance to re-record this, so we're fucked as it is. But this last chance of the title, he will take more risks and try to finish Ankalaev. What do I mean by all this? I think Pereira's going to go for it. I think Pereira's going to just do everything he can in this fight. He's going to take every chance he can. It's his last chance at a title, unless he moves up to heavyweights and gets gifted an early shot. Like, probably only has one fight at heavyweight and then gets a title shot, you know. It's like one of them. But I think, like, he will go for it. And I feel like it'll either be... You know, actually, now that I'm thinking of it, I actually don't know why I said this fight would go to decision in my official pick. But I did. My official pick is that Big Ank by split decision. But Ank will struggle a lot more. I think Pereira will drop him in this fight. I think Pereira will drop Big Ank. And I think... I don't know if I'm going to get the decision part right. But I do think Ank will win the fight. Because both men can hurt each other. And I think Pereira will take more chances. But that also means Pereira will leave himself open for more stuff. So it's just one of those... I don't really know. It's a really tricky one to like decipher. But I think Big Ank is going to get it. But I do see it being closer than the first fight. But anyway, what can Ank do? Just more the same with the first fight. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But the main thing I will say about Ank, don't take less risks. Shoot more takedowns. Triple Pereira. Because if you shoot more, it will throw off Pereira. Because he's expecting you to box again. I expect a more wrestling heavy approach from Ankalaev if he wants to improve his performance. Less teep feints. Like I said earlier, it could get him countered bad. That's just what I think. I think the teep feints... Do teeps. Like, go ahead. But the feints... Do less. Don't, don't stop doing them. Keep doing them. Just don't spam them. Pereira will lock in at some point in the fight and learn how to counter it. And with Pereira, it only takes one. That's the thing about this fight. Pereira, it only takes one punch to change the entire fight. And that's why I'm nervous about picking Big Ank. But it's just my official prediction. But moving on. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I only had like 30 minutes to record this video, so not the best recording. But hey, we're getting it done anyway. If you like the video, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thank you all for 191 subscribers. Yeah. If you want more videos like this, please let me know. That's about it, I guess. See ya. Thanks a lot, you fucking guys. Here's the thing, you guys. Okay, see ya. Hey, hey, hey.